Hey everybody. So, my name is Samira, or Lacey Samira, with Samira and the Turkish Delights Belly Dance. And I wanted to come talk to you about the amazing performance at the Super Bowl the other day. And I know that belly dance is getting a lot of hype right now, as is a lot of other women's fitness arts. And first off, that's freaking amazing, and I'm so excited for that. But I do want to say that I've seen some comments that have kind of bothered me, having nothing to do with the artist, but rather of women's opinion of themselves, saying things like, "Holy cow, she's 50 and doing this," or "She's in her 40s and doing this, and I can't do this now." You know, and I see women putting themselves down in that comparison kind of way, and it makes me really sad because at least belly dance, and I believe all forms of dance, if you train for it, but I believe that it's for everybody. I don't think that it's for tiny bodies or young bodies. So with that being said, I kind of wanted to put together a breakdown for you of Shakira's combos at for the belly dance section of the halftime show, because I want to teach them to you to make a statement that this is something you can do at any age, at any size, and that's, oh, I'm getting comments. Hi everyone. Hello. Watching. Okay, so, this is something that you can do at any size and any age. I've been dancing for 13 years. I danced through 9 months of pregnancy. I danced from a size 7 to a size 18 and all the variations in between. So I do not feel like you have to be young or super fit to do this. I do think that it takes some conditioning, but there's modifications that can be made so that it's attainable at any level, because Shakira learned how to belly dance from her grandmother, who was Lebanese. So, that's just how the dance was passed down. It was through generations. So I don't like seeing comments where women are saying, "I can't do that," or "I could never do that," or, you have to be, super thin, or "I'm going to go get on my treadmill now after watching the halftime show." Like, come on, ladies, come on. So I am wanting to show you this breakdown. I take 0 credit for the legalese. I take 0 credit. This is Shakira's performance. All credit goes to her choreography, her choreographers. I'm not doing this to sell the video. You have no rights to sell anything. If you learn this combo, this is simply for practice purposes and to prove to yourself that you've got just as much sass as any other woman on the earth. So I'm going to break it down for you, and we're going to talk about the steps. I'm going to show you how to do it as a beginner level, and then how we can do it as a more advanced level. And if anyone needs modifications, I can't see the comments because I'm not super close, but if you need modifications for any kind of injuries or body ailments, shoot me a comment and I will get back to you with a way that you can modify the move. So, first things first, I want to make sure that everyone has stretched before watching this video. If you have not, you need to do that now. I have already stretched because we don't need to sit here and do this whole time, but make sure that you stretch and feel good and limber in your skin. You've got water handy. First and foremost, your belly dance posture. If you can do this, I believe that you can do any of the moves. So you're going to stand with your feet hip width apart, your toes pointed forward, your knees bent softly, and your hips tucked underneath you. You want a nice, long, straight spine. Your shoulders are going to be back and down, and your neck is going to be long. Now, why do we do this? Because if you tuck your hips under, I know everyone loves the Latin booty, okay? But they are not swaying out for that. That's just the build. So you want your hips tucked under as much as possible to protect your spine. Because if you have your hips out in a sway back, I call this peggy bundy butt, you're not going to be able to get movements. This is about as big as you're going to get. But if you tuck your hips under and sink down into your knees, you're going to get a lot more juicy movements because your spine is not going to be in your way. It's going to be stacked nicely so that it can be more serpentine. So Shakira had I'd say about a 1-inch rope folded in half with a knot on one end, and a lot of people thought it was a snake at first. Just for demo purposes, I've got a miniaturized puppy hammer. I'm not making any political statements. This is just like flow community stuff. it's what I have on hand. I just tied monkey fists into the end of a piece of cotton rope. You can get into your kid's jump rope drawer, whatever you want to do. You can do this without a rope, totally cool. So the beginning was a Dubkey song. I do not have the name of the song. I wish I did. If anyone knows the name of the song, please let me know, because I would like to give credit where credit's due. Dubkey is a traditional line dance where people would join hands and they would do, starting with the left foot, crossing, and movements back and forth. She did not do a Dubkey to the song, which is totally cool, and her right. She did this beautiful solo with this rope that stood for repression, I guess. I didn't follow the political stuff super hard. I just thought it was really cool to see a rope in dance, because it reminds me of cane work, you know, type thing. So when I see this, I think of Saya. So I thought it was a neat prop that I hadn't seen before. So you start with it in front of you in second position, arms, and she just simply held through 8 counts. She took a step forward, tied the rope in a knot around her hands. Very simple, just a knot, and brought it down in front of her. She was singing at this point. And then after 8 counts of that, now these are pretty quick 8 counts, she took a step forward, brought them overhead, and did a lower body undulation for 2. Now, I want to break that down because you can see her Latin influence in her belly dance, because most of it's very hip heavy down in the lower half of her body. So she brought the hip tuck under and pushed forward, but she did not raise that undulation as a full body roll. So it was hips, hips, that's it. So tuck the hips under, push them forward, and roll up. Tuck under, push forward, roll up. Push, push. This is a push of the hips. This is no belly work at all, no matter what it looks like. So, and it can be. It absolutely can be. For my advanced dancers, you can do lower, upper lift usually, but you can do lower abs, upper abs, lower abs, upper abs. However you want to do that, you know, rolls however you wish to do it. But for you beginners at home, you can simply take the hips, tuck under, and push up. And you're going to have a pretty good effect. So right there, there was no actual music playing at that point. Right here, for 8 counts. Actually, the left leg is up. Take a step forward, tie the knot, bring the hands down, step forward, reverse, reverse. Yeah? So from there, you hear the drum kick in. Doom tech, tech, doom tech, tech. So from this point, you've got your arms up and over, and you do a hip lift. Now advanced dancers, I want that to come from the obliques and the glutes for something sharp. Beginner dancers, you can simply straighten your knee, and you'll get a very similar effect to get you by until you can get into a class to learn the muscle groups. And it depends on the styles that you dance too. If you're more of an Egyptian dancer, you might not be as muscle heavy. American dancers, especially those who follow the Salonpour format, are going to be a lot more muscle heavy. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do that. So it's a lift, drop in the front, so lift, drop, twisting the hips to the back, lift, drop, drop. And do that from behind. Lift, drop, drop. So it's a slight twist back on the last lift, drop, drop. So again, it's lift, drop, drop. Yeah? Okay. So doom tech, tech. And your arms are still above your head, knotted at that point. The second series sounds exactly the same, and you're going to do a pelvic tuck. So it's really important to know the difference in this. It is not a pelvic thrust. There's none of that action going on. That would be not belly dance. It's a twisting of the hips. So you're literally twisting them in and twisting them down. In, down, down. So it's tuck, drop, drop. So you're going to twist them all the way up. So like pulling up that zipper on a pair of too tight jeans, all the way up, and then full drop. And when I say drop, we're not doing like a big like booty pop kind of thing on that, because it's a contraction of the muscles in your back, right here. So it's very controlled. We don't let our spine come out of major tuck. It's very, very controlled. So it's tuck, drop, drop. So you can either do that drop 2 ways. You can either drop heavy and whisper light up, and drop heavy again. It's pretty fast, so tuck, drop, drop. Or you can do it halfway. So tuck, drop, tuck, half, full. Entirely up to you. It was going so fast, it was hard to be very specific about that technicality. So it's whatever feels comfortable to you. So again, it's hip lift, drop, drop, tuck, drop, drop. That's the first body section. The sound repeats again. So doom tech, tech. And you're going to twist your hip, or you're going to just start a shimmy. Now shimmy, the simplest way to describe that is you're just shaking the fat on the back of your legs, girls. Don't overthink this too much. This isn't, you see in the clubs, I'm standing back, you see in the clubs where they come up on their toes and their heels come off the ground and they bend forward and they do that little like club shimmy? It's not that. This is very heels on the ground, like dug in the ground, earthed, rooted. Bent, knees bent, hips tucked. And you can think about it as bending your knees in the beginning. This is a basic shimmy. It's just bending and straightening your knees with your knees bent and your hips tucked. She's in classical position, which means she has one foot up. So the knee bends are going to be not quite weighted the same as if you had both knees under you, but it's the same concept. Once you get a little more advanced, you don't have to knee bend this anymore. You can literally just kind of get that shake going on the back of your thigh. And we could break that down much further in this video. We're just going to keep it very simple because I'm not sure what levels are watching. But for that, it's just a big deep shimmy with a lift and a kind of quiet sit. So doom tech, tech. So we have doom tech, tech, doom tech, tech, doom tech, tech. Everybody with me so far? I hope so. Like I said, the comments are a little far away, but I will check on them and I will answer questions. At this point, let's see, the hands are still up in the rope knot above your head. After the last shimmy, so during that last shimmy, everyone's distracted by that great hip work, and that's when you take your rope down. Be careful not to leave it in a full knot. If it happens, just let it happen, no big deal. And then you're going to, while that's going on, you're going to take your hand over your head. Very simple, this hand motion, you're knocking the halo off your head. That's it. Forward, up, and around, knocking it off. So it's like you're gonna get the sweat off your brow. So right here with the rope, bringing it around the body and bringing it to the front. And then the music changes a little bit and the hip comes up, down, down. And while that's happening, you're just sliding the rope back and forth. This was the great scene where they panned in and just showed her belly like being freaking rad. So lift, drop, drop. And then she just started back into a normal shimmy again. Just a good old shimmy, and she started spinning the rope overhead, which reminds me of an Asaya. And then when she got a good momentum on it, she wrapped it around her waist and let it go and came into a full collapse. And that was the end of the Dubkey song that she did. So I'm going to put on music and you're going to do it with me. It's a little faster, but I think you got it. Lift, see how everyone's doing. And then we're going to break down whenever, wherever. Hi, everybody. Yay, lots of watchers. So happy to see you guys. All right, cool. No questions so far, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the whenever, wherever section. So you're 30 seconds in. You've got 30 seconds more. So you're halfway through. This part is faster, I will warn you. We're done with our rope, so I'm going to put the puppy hammer down. The baby puppy hammer. It's like a newborn puppy. All right. So from that fold over, let me make sure. Okay. From that fold over, you're going to come up and kind of take your time on that, letting your hair fall back. And then you're going to take 6 really sassy walks forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, side step, 7, 8. I got really close on that. I'm going to step way back. So fold over, come up, and really kind of shine on this because like you can tell that that was like a moment. Like that walk is a break in body work, and that's your moment to just really enjoy what's going on around you. So then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, side step. Cool? All right. From there, this posture is a little wide for me typically, but that's totally cool because we're doing some pop fusion. So from there, she took her hand and went down and up to the shoulder, where she did chest lifts for 1, 2, 3, 4. Chest lifting from the back looks like you're taking your shoulder blades and dropping them into your back pockets. And then it's to get the drop, you contract your diaphragm right here. So imagine someone took a really cold finger and stuck it right in the middle of your back, like right at that bottom strap, and just like, and what you would react with that. That feeling right there, exactly what you would do with a cold finger to the back. That's chest lift. Same thing to the front. It doesn't work unless you make the noise. Sorry. So we've got the hand to the shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4. Emphasis is on the lift. You're not dropping so heavy. It's a little bit more lifted and less down earthy. So focus on the lift. Don't think about the drop. Just kind of relax into your neutral position. So hand down into the shoulder. Lift. 2, 3, 4. And one note of caution is you want the shoulder blades to go down. You do not want them to come together. Only going down. So you'll feel your rib cage rotating with that. So yeah, we did the 4 chest lifts with the pops and the hands at the shoulder. And the hand goes down again and comes up at the hair. So she's got this great hair. I wish I had that kind of body. Talking about the hair, legit. Like I wish my hair did that. It does sometimes when it rains. So we're here. We take the hand down the body and up to the hair, where we do half of a Maya. A Maya is where you take your hips and bring them up and over, so you're drawing a figure 8 on wall plane. Figure 8 on wall plane. And some of you are looking at me going, what the heck, woman? So here's how to do this if you've never belly danced before. You're going to, I hope you can see my feet, I'm going to step way up here. Okay, so you're going to take a side step out onto your toes. And then you're going to slide your body weight over that foot and put the toe down to the heel. Same thing on the other side. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And that is a cheater Maya, and that will get you by. Now, if you've been belly dancing for a little while, I don't want to see it. I want your feet on the ground, heels planted, knees bent, hips tucked, and I want it to come from the obliques and the spine. And I know you can do that. So yeah, right here for my advanced dancers. Okay, so either way, whichever level you are at and where your comfort level is, as long as your hips are tucked, I am happy. So we've got the hand down, up into the hair for a half Maya, and then she finishes it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where she's doing that kind of thing. So hand down and half Maya, 2, 3, 4. Then she brings it into a sway. A sway is the exact opposite of a Maya, which is where you go up to down. So a Maya is down to up, a sway is up to down. So same concept, if you're a newbie, you can step out. No, sorry, Maya is up to down, sway is down to up. I said it, backwards strike that, reverse it. So from here, you will step out, slide your weight over that hip, and come up on your toe. And come up on your toe, come up on your toe, come up on your toe. Them's the cheater ways. The advanced dancers, I want to see you sunk into your feet, knees bent, hips tucked, and do that from the obliques. Yeah? Okay, cool. So now I'm going to do the variation on it because it's not a straight, simple sway. I don't have the name for this. Not all of the belly dance language is standardized. If someone has this name, please include it in the comments. We typically this dance is oral tradition passed down. I know Jamila Salampour standardized a version of it if you study Salampour format, but we don't all. So instead of doing a regular sway where you're like putting things in your pockets kind of thing, it's actually almost a pivoted, like twisted to the front and up and in. Up and in, up and in, up and in. So you're kind of pulling from your psoas muscle, bringing that sway into more of a body roll. So if you are an advanced dancer and you want to add that twist into it, you can. Beginners can just keep it at a simple sway, and it's going to look pretty similar. So up and in, up and in, up and in, up and in, or up and in, or up and down, out, up, or down, out, up. Okay, so that's the lay, roll, lay, 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 roll, lay, lay, lay kind of section there. So when you hear that vocal rolling, that's when your hips start rolling. So that is your cue. So let's do just that part with music and see how we do, yeah? But I know you can do it. Let's do it one more time. And I'll face away from you. Too far. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah? Okay. So, the next section, she does a slight pivot. So she's not facing front on anymore. There's a slight pivot. And an omi. A reverse body. So just like we did in the other song when you did the reverse body wave. So it's like a backwards belly roll. So a lot of times you see belly rolls going up to down. This is a down to up. But hips push forward, stopping at the rib cage. Push forward, it's quick. Beginner dancers can skip it if you want to. It's not going to affect anything too much. Advanced dancers, be sure to put that in there, some little spice. Okay, so then she says, can't you see? Where she does an omi for two. An omi is a hip circle inside your body. So a normal hip circle is just simply circling your hips. Ha! Yeah, it's fancy. So an omi is circling your hips with your feet together. So it's more of a rolling motion. So you do have lifts on the sides. But if you find that you're having trouble with this move, deepen that knee bend, tuck the hips more. Yeah, cool. So omi's right here, and you're gonna do two of them. So it's reverse, omi, omi. Reverse, omi, omi. Reverse, omi, omi, reverse, omi, omi. Cool. So the omi omis, she's going, can't you see? So that shows you how quick it is. Can't you see? So reverse, can't you see? So this is the fast part. And the camera was panning out really far on this, so it may not be the exact combo, but it's gonna work, I think. It's pretty darn close. She steps out on the right and says, I'm at your feet. So I believe, from the back, it is a right hip lift. So beginner dancers, you can do a knee straighten on your right hip. Advanced dancers, I want it coming from the glutes and the obliques. So right, contract the back muscles for a lift in the back. Contract the left side, and then the right side. So it's right, back, left, right. If you're super beginner and you just want to go right, left, that's cool too. If you want to take it into a box, right, back, left, front, that works also. But I believe that it is right, back, left, right. So take any modification you want on this, because we're just practicing. Okay, cool. So reverse, omi, omi, right, back, left, right. Reverse, omi, omi, right, back, left, right. Yeah, let's do it with music, okay? Let's do that again. And I may get tongue-tied, so we may just dance it. Let's do it again. I'm going to get it with you. We're all practicing. You know these old iPods, right? We got it that time. Yeah? Everybody? Everybody? You can totally rewind this video. Alright. So, at this point, she starts running around and traveling and playing with the audience, which is so fun, right? But those of you who want to practice and not have a gap in your dance, I'm offering you a combo. So, this is not Shakira, so this is just for fun. So I do a step out with an omi layered, step in with an omi, step out with an omi, step in with an omi. This is an Ansuya move. If you haven't heard of Ansuya, go to ansuya.com. She freaking rocks, and she taught me this in the circles class. So all teachers have a teacher, and it's always good to keep studying. So shout out to my girl. So we're going to take a step out. Omi, in, omi, out, omi, in, omi. So you're doing whenever, wherever, we're meant to be together. Yeah, kind of works. It's gonna work. Then we're going to do a chest lift, a chest drop, a chest lift, and then roll it down in a full body undulation. A full body undulation, if you do not know how to execute this move, is like if you took your chest forward, lifted it up, came back to a wall, and drew your spine down the wall so that, again, drew your spine down the wall. I'm trying to line it up with that crack in my mirror, so that it's straight. But it's pretty quick, and if you're a beginner, you can just do lift, drop, lift, drop. Advanced dancers, you can do lift, drop, lift, roll down. Super advanced dancers, lift, drop, lift, upper abs, lower abs. Cool. Different levels there. So my combo is Omi with a step out, step in, step out, step in. Also, Ansuya did not pay me to endorse her. She doesn't even know I did that, so I just did that. Okay, so step out, Omi, step in, Omi, step out, Omi, step in, Omi, lift, drop, lift, roll down. And that is whenever, wherever, we're meant to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. I don't sing, so I'll tell you the lyrics. And then you see her start dancing again. So that's when she does these great classical hip lifts. Classical pose just simply means you've got one foot up. You still have your back knee bent. You still have your hips tucked. This hand is framing, usually, because it's saying, hey, I'm doing all this work and it's okay to look. Because Americans get really freaked out about being okay to look, and I feel like that's a lot of the controversy going on right now. Is that people aren't sure if it's okay to look. It's okay to look. So we're doing this work right here. So this hand is typically up and out of the way. She had a microphone, so things were different. We're gonna make modifications because we're not singing. And she just does zip lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. I gotta check my notes. Sorry, 3. 1, a 2, a 3. So 1, 2, 3. So if you're a newbie, bend and straighten your knee. If you're an advanced dancer, I want glute squeezes. And that's where she says, and that's the deal, my dear. And that's the deal, my dear. Cool. So, whenever, wherever, we're meant to be together. She doesn't sing it like the normal song for this version. It's mixed down so that it's shorter. Meant to be together, and that's the deal, my dear. And then she goes into you're here over under. Yeah, you're here over under. So you're here over under, and then you'll never have to wonder. So then you're going to do a half turn. So camera angles and all that, I'm not sure of the exact turn that she did, but I have my right foot free. So I'm going to swing it behind me for a half turn. Here's where she puts her hands up in her hair. She had her left hand in her hair because her right hand at the microphone. You can put both. And it had like a big hip circle. And she really lingered that booty to the back. So I don't know who you're dancing for, but Valentine's Day is coming up, ladies. So lingering that booty to the back. And then a 3/4 shimmy to walk it back to the front. So that hip circle is just what you'd imagine, but whenever we're doing that booty out, it's not a booty out. It's a flat spine, so it's a bend. Yeah. Okay. Flat spine. Okay. Let me say it again for those of you in the back. Keep your spine straight. Okay. So the 3/4 shimmy. I'm going to break that down because that's probably the toughest move that we've got. And this takes time, so if you don't have it, you can do hip lifts or hip drops, whatever is more comfortable. We'll talk about that for level 1. Actually, yes. Level 1, hip drop. Right here. And so what you're doing is you're taking a step and you're sinking the hip down into the ground. You can bend the knee, step down, step down, step down, step down. And that is a good way to do it if you're a level 1 beginner dancer. Advanced dancers, I want to see shimmies. So the way this is, for if you're intermediate, I'll break it down. So you're going to step, drop, lift, drop, step, drop, lift, drop, step, drop, lift, drop, step, drop, lift, drop. talk about that. So a drop, if you're doing this with glutes, would be contracting, lifting. If you're dropping one side, you're lifting the other side. So basic mechanics there. So to get a drop on your right, you have to lift your left. To get a drop on your left, you lift your right. So step with the glute squeeze on this side. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Yeah, I can't do it like that. I almost have to kind of get into a sway of it. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. There we go. There's the glute squeeze. Wait a minute, guys. Down, up, down, 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 down, up, down. Cool. So once you get it faster, you can do it to speed. Down, up, down, 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 down. So it becomes kind of a rocking motion, just a rhythmic. Don't freak out if you don't have this yet. This is a muscle memory thing. It comes with time and doing it in repetition over and over and over again. If anyone has major questions about that, I can break down the 3/4 shimmy in more detail later. Right now, I don't want you to freak out about it. Cool. So, we have the out with the omi, in with the omi, out with the omi, in with the omi, lift, drop, lift, roll down. Classical 3. Oh, ha, I missed one. Just kidding. After the classical with the 3, she does this move. I don't know what it is, but it's cute. And it's just a step, rock, step, where she goes step, rock, step, rock, step, and she kind of has a hip sway with it. Sorry about that. Didn't remind. Okay. So after the 3, oh, she puts her hand in her hair instead of going full on up. Hand in the hair, because hairography, of course. So then step, rock, step, rock, step. That's when we have the half turn with the booty roll and the shimmy to come the rest of the way around. And then 2 chest lifts for, but that's the deal, my dear. And then 3/4, even more. And she has hair tosses left and right for these. And at the end, it's a big shimmy, just a big crescendoing shimmy with hands and hair and smiles and glows and excitement. And so that's the breakdown of the second half of that, which is probably a little bit more complex. So let's walk it again. So we've got down, coming up, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, side step, arm for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's hard to do without music, guys. Okay, reverse undulation, omi, omi, step, hit, back, hit, hit. That was the section we just did to music earlier. The new part is step out. So there's a little weird weight change there because you just hit on your right. You kind of have to like do like a secret pass back of the weight. So that's probably because I threw in the combo. Or you can step out on the left if that's easier. So you can step out on the left, omi, together, omi, together. I just got that. I didn't catch up. I was practicing. Then it's a lift, drop, lift, roll down. And then we go back into Shakira's steps for lift, 2, 3, step, rock, step, rock, step. I'm too close to the camera. You can't see my feet. Okay. So, omi, together, lift, drop, lift, roll down, hit, 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 step, rock, step, rock, step. That's the half turn. So your feet are set. You can do like a circle turn for my ATS girls to get to the back. And then once you're there, like lingering on the booty roll, 3/4 shimmies on the down. Bring you to the front. Hop, hop, 3/4 shimmy, 3/4 shimmy, 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 stop. Cool. Alright, let's do that with music and see if it's a little easier. It's fast, guys. It's fast, so bear with me. Okay, let's do that again. I'm going to do it facing away so that you can follow the bouncing butt. I screwed myself up facing away, sorry guys. Yep, okay. Alright, well, anyway, something to practice with, something to play with, just for entertainment purposes only. Again, this is all Shakira's choreography, her and her choreographer's work. I'm just breaking it down to make it accessible for everyone who thinks that because they're not a certain body type, and for those applauding ages but downplaying their own. You can be any age and belly dance. You can be any size and body dance and belly dance. You can be any gender, sexual orientation, and belly dance. This is made for bodies, all bodies. And I'm not going to get on my soapbox too much about that. But I wanted to make it accessible to everyone of various levels, and just kind of let you know that you can do this dance. You can do these killer, fierce moves. And here's something to practice with, something to play with, just for fun. All right, thank you guys. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope that you had a good time. I know I did. Have a wonderful night.